Vandeham Shri Guru Varam Shripanuga Prabhu Sikum Chanadam Shri Guru Charanam Vande Ram Prastaya Bhutale Rupanuga Bhaktinam Shakripamarti Narayanam Panchakalpatilpisya Kripa Sindhubheva Chapritaram Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sadvaita Radha Shivasti Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare. First of all, I offer my respectful obeisances countless times to my most worshipful Guru Pada Padma Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupada Paramaraditama Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, Srila Gurudev, and to the entire Rupanuga Gaudiya Guru Varga and all assembled Vaishnavas. So we are continuing our celebration of the Tirubhav Mahotsava, Srila Bhaktisiddanta Sarasvati Goswami Prabhupada, who is Jagat Guru. So we heard so many nice things about his life and teachings, and I'll just try to touch on a few remnants of the Vaishnavas. So we know how, we heard yesterday how Krishna came in Dwapar Yuga and performed his pastimes with the Brajabasis, and then after, at 10 years, he went to Mathura, to Dwarka, and performed his pastimes there, trying to bring others and show them the glory of Braj. That Krishna's real purpose in coming was, the internal reason is like he wants to perform his loving pastimes in Braj. And these are eternally going on in the spiritual world. So Krishna comes to this world that Krishna is engaged in these loving pastimes in the eternal world. So why does he have to come and perform them here? So Krishna is coming here so that he can somehow inspire those conditioned souls who have turned away from him, who are now inclined towards Maya or illusory life, back into his service. Srimad Bhagavatam gives this verse. Sukadeva Goswami says, Anugrahaya Bhaktanam Manusham Dehamastita Bhajate Tadrishi Krida Yasmaret Tad Purobhava. So here it's saying, oh, Krishna is coming in this world only out of extreme compassion for all living entities who are essentially his devotees. Anugrahaya Bhaktanam. He's coming to give compassion to his devotees, and therefore he is taking the form of an ordinary human being, Manusham Deham Astita. So that, what is he doing in that form? Krishna comes and then he does these sweet pastimes in Braj. Krida. Krida means he performs these sweet pastimes such as Rasa Lila, Chidharan Lila, throughout his time in Braj, such sweet pastimes, so that the living entities are attracted towards him. And that by remembering these pastimes, Yasmadat Tat Purobhava, then one is elevated to that transcendental realm. So Krishna came, and that was his internal purpose. So then he went Dwarka, Mathura, everywhere, just trying to inspire people and teach them about the glories of Braj. He gave so many instructions in Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna with this essential purpose. He spoke Uddhav Sambhad. There's so many teachings of Krishna where this is Krishna's internal reason. So then we heard after Krishna's again entering Braj Mandal, going back to the spiritual world, then his pastimes over the course of time, like he says in Gita, that over time this is lost. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarsi yovidu sakala neya praha yoganasta parantapa. He tells Arjuna, oh, that this is given by me, evam parampara praptam, in the disciplic succession. And over the course of time this becomes lost when there's not a perfect line of spiritual masters. So it's not simply not Krishna comes, but who is those that has to be this. Who is this Evam Parampara? This Parampara is the Bhagavat Parampara. That Bhagavat Parampara means those personalities who are in relation with Bhagavan Krishna. It's not that an ordinary soul has mundane understanding of reality and he puts his own conception of that into spiritual topics. And that's what happens in our, we see in religion, is that people have these ideals of God and His service and this and that, but or if they're materially motivated, they'll be bound to, as long as they're conditioned, they'll be bound to engage that which is meant for the service of God in their own service. Therefore, Bhaktisiddanta Sarasvati wrote this song, Dustamana Tumi Kishada Vaishnava. Oh, wicked mind, what kind of Vaishnava are you? Who do you think you are? Pratishtara Tare Nijanira Ghare Tava Harinam Kevala Kaitav. You are thinking, oh, I will perform Harinam in a solitary place, simply out of my desire for pratishtha. Really, their purpose is not to serve Hari, so it's not Harinam. So in this world, there's so many people who are not in the Bhagavat Parampara. And because of that, they only cause disturbance in society. And there's a difference between someone who is like a Tattva Boli and a Tattva Darshi. Krishna says you should take shelter of the Tattva Darshi. Tadvidi pranipatina pariprasnena sevaya upadikshanti te jnanam tadvidi paripratin. He says this verse, that you must take shelter of that person who has darshan of the absolute truth. It's not simply enough that you can speak about it with your mundane speculation or by collecting knowledge from scripture. So Bhagavat Parampara, this Evam Parampara Praptam, this is those personalities who are in relation to Bhagavan Sri Krishna Chandra. And this Bhagavat Parampara was established by Bhaktisiddanta Sarasvati Prabhupada. After Krishna was gone for 4,000, 5,000 years, then Mahaprabhu came because he saw that after Krishna's disappearance, so many people were misunderstanding Krishna's pastimes and thinking it some form of mundane sensualism. They weren't properly understanding. So Mahaprabhu came again with this purpose, is that how can I Prem Ras Niryas Kodite Swadam Rag Bhakti Yoga Kodite Pracharam Rasika Shekara Krishna Paramudgam. He says this verse that to taste himself and to distribute to others. So the Parampara, Bhaktisiddanta, he's coming in this line as Tattvadarshi. Bhagavapara means they're all Tattvadarshi. They have direct relationship with Krishna and therefore they can preach this message. So Bhaktisiddanta, he says, Brajavasikan Pracharagan, that the Brajavasis, those are the real preachers in this world. Why? Because Pran Ache Jar Sahitu Prachar. Those who have life can preach. He says those who identify themselves as a material body, they cannot preach because they are in illusion. They think I and mine, this body is my I, this is who I am essentially, and everything in relation to that is mine. So they're actually absorbed in this, this is like their dead bodies. Prabhupada said that you should be established in Radha Dasyaroi. He said you should establish yourself in this mentality that I am the maidservant of Srimati Radharani and I'm serving under her guidance, serving Sri Krishna Chandra, and that is how, then, this is my eternal constitutional position. Otherwise, we see Bhaktisiddanta Prabhupada in this world, he was so firmly establishing this proper conception of Siddhanta without any of this Sahajism. That there's so many different Apasampradayas that cultivate over time, as long as there's not this strong personality who can show actually what is the proper path, what is the true path. That there's Saki Beki, Ao, Bhal, Sahajya, Smarta, Gosai, Atichari, Adibari, Bangladesh says all these different Apasampradayas. And then in time, 39 Apasampradayas. And now it's always doubling and doubling and doubling. Why? Because people try to enjoy the property of Krishna. Tomara kanaka bhogera janaka. Kanakira dware seva hamadav. He says in Dustamanatuni that Tomara kanaka, any wealth you have, you think this is for my enjoyment. Tomara kanaka bhogera janaka. Kanakira dware seva hamadav. By any wealth, this is the property of Madhav. Who is Madhav? He is the husband of Lakshmi. Lakshmi means all type of wealth. So this is all only for Krishna's service. So Bhaktisiddanta came and he established that everything is for the service of Krishna. Otherwise the Hajis, they try to acquire everything and engage in their own service. They think, oh, I will take Krishna's dasis and I will enjoy them as Krishna. This is Ahanga Upasana. We identify ourselves as the object of worship. So this is all Mayavadi. So all these different Sahajya groups, they're essentially Mayavad. So Bhaktisiddanta powerfully preached like a lion. So we see Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he brought this Bhagirathi Ganga of Bhakti. He is described as Bhakti Bhagirath. Like he brought this line, this Ganga flow of Bhakti to this world. Again, after it, when happened is Mahaprabhu came again and he preached this so powerfully. And then the line descended, but sometimes in the middle then, these different polluted streams come in and divert people into improper process and path, and then they lead them only further into degradation. So Prabhupada came and he gave this pure conception. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur came and he composed so much this literature that after all the Goswamis' literature had become perverted by these different groups. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur recollected everything like Chaitanya Charitamrita we heard, it was not able to be found. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, that the literature of the Goswamis was first preached and spread by Narottam Srinivas and Shyamananda. Then again after them, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur came, Baladevi Vibhushan came, and then again this Sahajya creepers were sprouting up. This is called these unwanted like weeds. The Bhakti Lata creeper, when it's not choked by these unwanted weeds, then it can grow up to the spiritual world and this fruit of prema can develop. But as long as those weeds are there, then it chokes them, and any water you give to it is taken by that. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur gave this pure conception in all his different literature. We know he collected, it said that Bhaktivinoda Thakur himself composed 100 books or more. But not only that, he compiled and collected all the literature of the Goswamis. And for that we are eternally indebted, or not indebted, but grateful. And Bhaktisiddanta Prabhupada then, he was proliferating that throughout the entire world. So we see Bhaktivinoda Thakur, we're so fortunate because he's like, I was thinking, we have like in the Western, we have the Abrahamic tradition. And we have Abraham, and from him the entire tradition is coming throughout the Western world. All these different main core religions. So we see like Bhaktivinoda Thakur in modern times, he is like this Abraham, and Bhaktisiddanta is the one who's distributing it throughout the entire world. It's not simply enough that, see, because there's one thing is that you can create some literature, but who has the Shakti? Only those who are Brajabasis, Pranachejad. They have the Shakti that they can distribute it and collect the jivas. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur gave this core fundamental textbooks, how you can get rid of your attachment and your illusion and your being bound, your bondage to Maya, and how you can go to the spiritual world and engage in your own constitutional position, your nature. That's why he wrote this Jaiva Dharma. What is the eternal nature of the soul? And what is the perverted nature? He described what is Naimittik Dharma, what is Nitya Dharma. And Bhaktisiddanta then, he put this into practice under the instruction of his father Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And then he arranged that it is distributed in all corners of the world. This is his vision, Bhaktivinoda Thakur's vision. Bhaktivinoda Thakur predicted that Prithivati Ache Jadi Nagaradi Gram Sarvatra Prachar. Mahaprabhu said that in all the towns and villages of the world, my holy name will be sung. Bhaktivinoda Thakur then predicted that that time will be there when all the Westerners, all the Bengalis, all the Indians, they will all dance together in Mahaprabhu's Nam Sankirtan. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur predicted this in 1896, on the birth year of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So we see that this line is continuing with these liberated souls who are completely dedicated to the service of Krishna. And you can see that this is again, because it's Kanakira Dware Seva, they're engaging all Krishna's property in Krishna's service. So then Bhaktisiddanta began, we heard yesterday how he began this Prajapatana. He brought from the spiritual world these branch offices of Braj Mandala. That Krishna was first bringing this Braj to this world. We heard on Radhastami and Puri how Radharani didn't want to come. Then she said, oh, if Yamuna is there, if Govardhan is there, if Tulsi is there, if all these things are there, if everything's favorable, then I will come. So Krishna brought this Braj. Then Mahaprabhu brought this Braj in Mayapur Yogapit. So Prabhupada established this Brajapatan. There's Govardhan, there's Radhakund, there's Shamakund, and then he established this in everyone's hearts by becoming properly engaged in this Pancharatric process. That it's not simply enough to have a sentimental religion. So Prabhupada established Pancharatric process. He gave this Daiva Varnashram. Daiva Varnashram means there's ordinary consideration Varnashram, like Krishna said, Chaturvarnyam Mayasristam. That naturally there's these four categories of people according to their action and their own nature. But Daiva Varnashram means what is your transcendental nature in the different rasas of in Krishna's service. Prabhupada established this, Daiva Varnashram. And then giving that is that we have to come in this line, we have to have this samskar. That first we are like Sudra. Janmate Jayate Sudra. By birth we are all Sudras, we are all lamenting. We're all in this condition of lamentation. From the moment of birth we are crying. Why? Because we're trying to satisfy our desires and Maya is punishing us. From the moment of birth we're being punished. So we're crying, but then by samskar then you become dvijit. Then when you get the proper spiritual impressions, then you can progress in your consciousness and you can become a dvija, Brahmin. What is a Brahmin? Brahmin means one who is in relation to Parabrahma, not one who is in relation to Maya. So Prabhupada gave this process through giving Harinam, giving Diksha. Diksha is this Divya Dhyanam Mito Dhadyat Puryat Papasya Samshayam Tasmat Diksheti Iti Prokta Devi Tatpakovida. That transcendental knowledge bestowed through this spiritual mantra, by which all your pap or your sinful tendency is destroyed and your spiritual position is realized. He gave this. Then through the process of Diksha, and he established, like we know in Mayapur, Prabhupada began this Prajapata, and then he is the Bhaktivinoda Institute school, so that from the young age, Komara Charat Pragya, from young age that everyone can be engaged in this Bhagavad Dharma Vihar. That from the very childhood, everyone must be engaged in the Bhagavad Dharma, so that they can gradually progress. So then, I was remembering a short story that we heard from the Vaishnavas that there was one person who wanted to come to perform bhajan, and he left his home and he came on the Navadvip side, and he was captured, you'd say, by this Babaji group. And in the daytime the Babaji was teaching him, and in the nighttime Mataji was teaching him how is the process of Paragya Ras. And he's thinking, oh, I've left everything trying to cultivate myself spiritually, but only the material side is increasing. So he was lamenting, but he couldn't escape their group. Like we know how Chauta Haridas was captured, not Chauta Haridas, this Kala Krishna Das in South India. But Mahaprabhu came and he pulled him by the seat and he saved him. So in a dream, he had this dream where on the other side of the Ganga, this lion-like sannyasi was calling him, and he was bringing him out of this trap of Maya, like the tiger's mouth. So when he woke, he jumped in the Ganga and he swam across, and he found Prabhupada's ashram in Mayapur. And then all the Babajis attacked him. Attack Prabhupada, oh, you're stealing our disciple. So this is the nature of people, or as soon as they think this is my property, and as soon as you come and infringe on their territory, then they begin to bark. So Prabhupada was fearless. A lion is fearless of dogs. Is that wherever there's a lion, he has no fear towards any dogs. So you see, Acharya Keshari is like this lion Acharya, Bhaktisiddanta is the lion Acharya. They don't have fear of anyone in this world. Why? Because they're related to Krishna. What is the question of any fear? It says in the Bhagavatam, this verse saying that there is no question of fear for someone who is related to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And one who is established in this consciousness, then he will be undaunted. And he will be a fearless preacher. So, Bhaktisiddanta was careless to these Babajis. And later on, then all these different groups are conspiring, how can we pull down and stop his preaching? That the Smartas on one side, they're upset because Prabhupada was saying, okay, Mayapur Yogapit is Mahaprabhu's birthplace, established by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. But they're saying, no, it's on the other side in Nadia, or in this Koladvip. And they have this worship there, and when Bhaktivinoda Thakur excavated the birth site of Mahaprabhu, then this Didi of Vishnupriya was found. This Mahaprabhu Didi, and this was taken to the other side. And they began worship there and began saying, no, this is the real birthplace of Mahaprabhu. And through that, why? Because you get a nice temple, then people come and they give donations. And then you get to enjoy that. And we hear the story, what does that happen? The Mahant of the temple, what does he become? He becomes a dog in his next life. Why? Because he's trying to enjoy Krishna's property. So Bhaktisiddanta wasn't interested in this, so everyone became against him. But our line is that if the entire world is standing against you, then you should be fearless and you should only follow your Guru Varga. That we are connected to one-pointed, we are one-pointedly attentive in our proper path. And we're not looking to either side. Like we put blinders on so that like a horse is in a race. You want to win the race, you put blinders on so you can not get distracted. Who is doing what, who is doing what. That I'm one-pointedly attentive to my own task. So Bhaktisiddanta Prabhupada was preaching so fearlessly. We know how he was distributing daily, like they had the daily newspaper, Nadia Prakash, they had the Paramarti in the Odia language, they were distributing this fortnightly magazines, weekly magazines, the Bhagavad Patrika, the Gaudiya Patrika, and so much literature was being distributed. And Prabhupada said that Param Gurudev, I was reading Param Gurudev saying in his article that Prabhupada saying this Kram Sandarbha quote of Jiva Goswami, that actually Kirtanakya Bhakti is this essence of Mahaprabhu's mission. And Prabhupada would say in his instructions, also we find in his instructions, Upadeshavali, that he says we have not come to this world to be masons, to deal with stone and wood and construction of so many buildings. That our mission is to spread this Gauravani by the Brihad Mridanga Seva. That this is Kirtan. That one Kirtan is performed with so many instruments and singing, and one Kirtan is performed through this Brihad Mridanga Seva, which is this Vani Prachar, Vani Vaidhara. Because this is something that he said, Prabhupada would say, oh, even if I have to sell all the bricks in my temple, I have no worry, you should sell all the bricks in the temple and distribute my spiritual literature. Prabhupada was like that. So, then we know the story of how, I think told or not, how Prabhupada was attacked by all the Sahajis and Param Gurudev changed Dvesh with him. And then, later on, Prabhupada began to see that as the mission increased in opulence, like when they got this facility in Calcutta, this nice beautiful like palace, old temple, then what happened is all these people came with this enjoying sentiment again. That there's Guru Bhogi and Guru Sevak. Gurudev says you should not be a bak, a crane, who is pretending to do bhajan and only looking for an opportunity. When no one is looking, he'll snatch up the fish and eat it. Standing in the water, pretending to do bhajan. This is a bak, not a sevak. Sevak is someone who is dedicating his life and soul to Guru's mission and Guru's service. So what happened is that we see there's so many dedicated like acharyas in Prabhupada's line, and they were serving continuously, going out and preaching. But then also some were there who were trying to only enjoy the facility. And so Prabhupada became, like we heard from Srila Govinda Maharaj, he said, he himself was also saying, oh, this world is no fit place for a gentleman. So Bhaktisiddanta Prabhupada was also saying this, that, oh, this world is no fit place for a gentleman. So he said that he also decided to leave early. We know in 1937 he was not so advanced in age, and he left. And after that time, Param Gurudev is also saying, Param Gurudev gave a quote from the Bhagavatam saying that just as a dramatic actor will change many outfits throughout a play, and he even may appear to die in that play, similarly the Mahabhagavad liberated souls do not have any birth or death. Na karma janmana bandham vaishnavanam chividite. That they are not bound by the laws of karma in this world. So it's not that he is being deceased. But anyhow, he performed his disappearance pastime, and then there was some chaos for some time, and then again Param Gurudev and some other these acharyas, they separated from the original Gaudiya Math institution, and they began this branches, Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti, so many Gaudiya Krishna Chaitanya Math, so all these different things, and they again began the preaching. But we know how Param Gurudev preached, and then how this line is continued with Srila Bhaktisiddanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev, and we should also somehow, I pray that I may somehow engage in their service, and that they be pleased with my endeavor.
Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnanandana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Vandeham Shri Guruvaram Shri Rupanugapravaram Jajarasa Rasikam Cha Narayanam Tam Prapannam Shri Guru Charanam Vande Namaprasthaya Bhutale Rupanuga Bhaktinam Cha Kripamurti Narayanam Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhaya Cha Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namo. First of all, I offer my thousands and thousands of Dandavat Pranam to the lotus feet of Paramananda Tamanitya Vishnu Vishnupad Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj, and to the whole Guru Parampara and all the Vaishnavas, especially Jagat Guru Om Vishnu Padastota Satyashri Srila Bhaktisiddanta Sarasvati Thakur.P.M, whose festival we are still celebrating, the Disappearance Festival. So, Bhaktisiddanta Sarasvati Thakur.P.M has unlimited glories, just like Krishna has unlimited glories, and all the Brajavasis, for he himself is also Brajavasi. But just trying to follow the orders of the Vaishnavas, whatever small efforts someone like me can make, hopefully I'll just be able to bring some sort of small pleasure to the Vaishnavas, and that is the success of my life. So, Srila Prabhupada was born in Jagannath Puri Dham. Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj writes a beautiful poem, adore, adore that holy day, blessed than heaven, sweeter than May. When he appeared in the when he appeared in Puri, that holy place, my Lord and Master, his divine grace. So he writes a whole poem. I actually haven't memorized the whole thing, but such beautiful moods he expresses in the English language, and we have all heard how all auspicious signs were visible on Prabhupada's body, and when he was still an infant, how Jagannath Dev's Rath Yatra was coming by and Jagannath stopped outside of his house and wasn't moving. Even now, if you go to Rath Yatra, maybe every time I've seen, Jagannath will stop outside of Chaitanya Gaudiya Math for a long time, and sometimes it makes it very late and he doesn't make it all the way to the temple because he stays there so long. But in this particular occasion, he simply wasn't moving. Jagannath was, it was getting late and he was there for a very long time until Prabhupada's mother brought him out and gave him darshan of Jagannath. Then Jagannath gave, his garland fell off and touched the body of Prabhupada, and his first grain ceremony happened there with Sri Jagannath Prasad. So, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, of course, had called him here. He had prayed for him. He is Bhima Prasad. He is the mercy of, he is basically the mercy of Jagannath Dev's Shakti. And who is Jagannath Dev's original Shakti? That is none other than Srimati Radharani. So he is a Brajavasi. He came to this world where everyone is only fighting with each other, quarreling, suffering, trying to be attached to material elements, material things. But this great Brajavasi came from the eternal spiritual world and opened up branch centers of the spiritual world everywhere. He opened Brajapatan. In his place, his first mat, Sri Chaitanya Mat, that place is non-different than Braj. And anyone who goes there will, if they take the shelter of Prabhupada, they'll be able to make a connection with Braj themselves. Also, not only was that, was Prabhupada's place considered non-different from Braj, but it was the Gaudiya hospital. Everyone can come there. Means anyone who has this disease, anyone who's suffering from Bhava Roga, everyone can come, and in this system, in this protected area with 4 walls, he could teach them how to do bhajan and how to connect with reality, with not just material reality, but spiritual, eternal reality. And not only this, they can have their own eternal service and realize their own eternal swarup in the spiritual world. So, there's so many beautiful pastimes with him and his amazing disciples. Just as Mahaprabhu and Krishna come to this world accompanied by their parshads, weapons and everything, also Prabhupada came with his eternal associates, and the likes of these great acharyas have never been seen on this world before that. Particularly in our family, the disciples of Prabhupada Sarasvati Thakur that are important to us are, of course, Srila Bhakti Goswami Maharaj, Param Gurudev, and also very significant for us is Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. And this activity that they did, the reason that we know anything about their glories and about Prabhupada's glories this was the desire of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who brought back the flow of bhakti into this world. He had his son Bimal Prasad, Prabhupada, start this Prajapatan, and Prabhupada's servants like Bhakti Goswami Maharaj and Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj spread this everywhere. This is like Nityananda Prabhu's power. He broke the dam that was stopping this. So Param Gurudev facilitated so much that Prabhupada's desire was fulfilled. He gave sannyas to Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, and he called, after the disappearance of Prabhupada, he brought everyone together. He was like there was a big building that was old and crumbling and cracking, and Param Gurudev was going around and reinforcing and holding everything together. He worked so hard so that the program of bhakti wouldn't stop. We're advised by the Vaishnavas again and again, especially now, that everyone must continue to always remember Sri Guru, always try to make his words one with the heart, and never stop the practices of bhakti, and never stop trying to see the presence of the Guru Varga everywhere. And we see with our own eyes the Vaishnavas doing this exact same thing even now. They're working so hard and so worried to keep everything running smoothly. And because ultimately this is the desire of Radha and Krishna coming down in this line of Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Prabhupada Sarasvati Thakur. So, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, we've heard how he had Diksha disciples also that he sent to Prabhupada, and actually one of these disciples is a very famous sannyasi of Srila Prabhupada, that is Bhakti Vilas Tirtha Maharaj, Bhakti Pradip Tirtha Maharaj. He had taken Diksha from Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and then Bhaktivinoda Thakur told him to stay with Prabhupada, and he gave him sannyas and everything. So actually, inside Bhaktivinoda Thakur's kirtans, he has so many hidden meanings. He sings Hari Hari Kavi Mor Hoy Habe He Nodin Vimala Vaishnave Rati Upajive Vasana Hoy Vekshin. We've heard that there is a secret in this kirtan and many other kirtans. The Vaishnavas have explained that he's telling everyone to take shelter of who? Bimala Vaishnava, Bimal Prasad Srila Prabhupada. And we see that they did this, and they felt very well, just like this is our Bhagavad Parampara, the process of shiksha. And everything is not just the straightforward way that is in the Pancharatrik Parampara, but actually we're following Parakiya Parampara, the process of shiksha. So, just in mention of Katyani Vrat, which we were also discussing, Bhaktivinoda Thakur has another kirtan where he says, Suno he rasika jan Krishna guna aganan ananta kohite nahi pari. So, I was just thinking that this Katyani Vrat was performed by those Sadhansita Brajagopis that wanted to surrender to Krishna. Basically, they wanted to, they had no other desires. They felt so much pain in their heart because they didn't want anything else but Krishna, but there was this separation between them. So they wanted to absorb themselves in these qualities that Bhaktivinoda Thakur is mentioning in this kirtan. And he's saying that Hridaya Pidita Jar Krishna Chikitsa Katar. So who is that Krishna that we are trying to attain? He's so merciful that anyone who has a diseased heart, he is their doctor. Also he is Navigase Bhava Parabare. He's like the boatman that takes them across this ocean this is Maya's ocean. So this Katyani Vrat is Prabhuji mentioned that it's for those people that they have the desire to follow bhakti, but they have so many weaknesses, they have so many obstacles, or just in the case of the gopis, there is this separation that they don't know how to cross. So, Hridaya Pidita Jar, whoever has this pain or disease in their heart, Krishna is the expert doctor for that. So anyone that has so many anarthas but wants to have relation with Radha and Krishna and Guru and the Vaishnavas, then this Katyani Vrat is the only helpful process for them. So, just trying to repeat the words I've heard from the Vaishnavas. If a disciple only repeats the words of Sri Guru, then there is no danger, because that means that it's only if he's really repeating the words of his Guru, then that is his Gurudev speaking. Just like in the same way, if anyone shows him respect, then that only is directed to Sri Guru, because where would the disciple be without Sri Guru? So if I've said anything that is correct, this is only because Gurudev is very merciful on me, and I'm trying to repeat his words. And if I say anything incorrect, that is my disturbing quality of contaminating everything. So,
ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुलङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपतमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरो दीनतारिणे। वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हयचेन हयदेन प्रभुर्जातदास सबरचरणवन्ददन्ते कौरिकास।
First of all,
I offer my respectful obeisances unto our most beloved Guru Padma Chidanandi Swami Shri Srimad Bhaktisiddanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, by whose mercy we've all assembled here to hear wonderful Harikatha, share and remember Srila Bhaktisiddanta Sarasvati Thakur. So, we've heard many nice things about Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddanta Saraswati Thakur, and so I was trying to think, what is his glory? How can we actually glorify someone like Srila Bhaktisiddanta Saraswati Thakur? Because they have so much, they're so great, and then all the things that appear to be external symptoms are covered by other speakers. So what is actually the Mahima? What is actually the glory of a personality? And how can we approach in glorifying. We know from the Vaishnavas that the reason why we glorify is for our own purification and our own mind, but still, how do we do this? You know? Sometimes being a speaker, I think, okay, maybe if I speak nicely, then everyone will think I'm all good and stuff. But really, what is the glory? And just some idea came that we understand Krishna by who he is related with. We always see Krishna as Nanda Nandan, Yashoda Nandan, Radha Kanta, like this. So if we want to understand Srila Bhaktisiddanta Saraswati Thakur, then we need to see who he is according to his sambandha, according to his relationships. So we know that a short time ago, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came for two specific reasons. Everyone here has experienced and know what these are. To taste the Prema Rasa Niryas, the essence of Prema Ras, and also to take that and bring it out to the world in a powerful way. Now Mahaprabhu didn't come alone. Swaparshada Sviya Dhamma Sahaya Avatari. When Mahaprabhu came, he came with his associates because Mahaprabhu also doesn't like to be by himself, alone, always Parshad, never by himself, always with Shakti, always with Bhaktas, always having relationship and love. So if this work is going to be done, he will not do it alone, he will do it with his associates, with those who are near and dear to him. And Mahaprabhu came in Dhanya Kali Yuga. He came for the whole Yuga, not only for the short period of time when he was there. So we know the glory of the associates of Mahaprabhu existed, the ones who were with him specifically, they had very special glory. But then what about the glory of those Swarparshads, or the people who associated with Mahaprabhu, who are carrying on his mission after he left? There must be some special sambandha, some special relationship that's there. So we think of, when thinking of Bhaktisiddanta Saraswati Thakur, then we see, okay, so there's these two purposes, Prema Rasa Niryas, the essence of Ras, understanding and going that deep, and then taking that and spreading it out to the world. So how, as being the powerful Acharya that he is, did he teach that? How did he fulfill that mission? What did he do? You know, we have many Guru Vargas. In our Sampradaya, every morning we sing the song Krishna Hoy Chatur Mukta, and every Acharya is special. Every Acharya is beautiful, has some specific rasa. And we know that all of them exist in the spiritual world and are pure devotees and super great. But some acharyas have some special mercy or some special desire from their master to do something special. There must be some special relationship that's there. So I was thinking, okay, well, different acharyas, they taught certain things. But Bhaktisiddanta Saraswati Thakur is so powerful, so strong, he's the one who established Gaudiya Mat. Anything that we understand of Vaishnavism today, this was brought by Bhaktisiddanta Saraswati Thakur and spread out. If he hadn't come, then everything we know, everything we're doing wouldn't be there. From the clothes we wear, from the mantras we chant. Like yesterday, he was speaking with Prabhuji. This Guru mantra that we're chanting, before Bhaktisiddanta Saraswati Thakur wasn't there. He composed this mantra. And every day we're chanting this mantra and remembering our Gurudev and our relationship. So there must be some very special relationship, some special Shakti that Sri Bhaktisiddanta Saraswati Thakur has. You know, and this is maybe a little bit dangerous to say, but this is Naina money. What is the jewel in the eye of Srimati Radhika? It means there must be some special type of relationship, some special love and sweetness that's there. So, when thinking about Bhaktisiddanta Saraswati Thakur, often, at least when I think of him as very strong and very powerful. Because in the context in which he came, there was so much sahajas, so many people, they did not understand really what it takes to be able to attain the service of Srimati Radhika. What is there? So he was like Rasik Prabhu was explaining, Dustaman to me, Kisara Vaishnava. Stupid mind, what kind of Vaishnava do you think you are? And cutting and chastising and doing so many things, like father, like son, his children were like Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Maharaj lions. So Bhaktisiddanta Saraswati Thakur also came and made a big splash. Like Paramagurudev used to say, you can measure the power of your preaching by how many court cases you have against you. how many people you're disturbing. So, one time in Navadvip with Srila Gurudev, we come for Navadvip Parikram, and I went and did pranams. It was still in Devananda Gaudiya Math. And Gurudev said, very good, he was speaking Bengali, and he said, you need to learn how to cook, you need to learn how to do arshan. And then he said, Jogna korteo sikhte hobe. Gurudev told me, he says, in what he was saying, like all these standard things, then he said, you've also got to learn how to do jogna, which means how to bicker and how to quarrel and how to mess with people's heads. You know, then I began to laugh, and Gurudev began to laugh, and he said, yeah, jogna korte sikhte hobe. Amar moton jogna korte hobe. You have to know how to stir people up and make disturbance like I do. Gurudev said. So, where's Gurudev learning this from? He's obviously learning from his Guru Maharaj. His Guru Maharaj were learning from Bhaktisiddanta Sarasvati Thakur, the Mool Acharya, the main one. He did so much strong preaching that people tried to kill him. I don't know of any other acharyas where people get so angry that they're coming to kill him. But then you can see the result of the power of his preaching. So much power. How you go to Navadvip, now every 2 steps you go, there's one Gaudiya Math temple. Every place, all the way to say Babaji's, nothing compared. No one has this power. Also, Palena Parichayate, you can tell the power of a tree by its fruit. So not only did he build nice temples, not only did he produce lots of books, but then you can see a real guru makes gurus as disciples. And think of the quality of the disciples of Bhaktisiddanta Saraswati Thakur. People like Bhakti Swami Prabhupada, people like our Param Gurudev. So many, all his disciples, very strong powerhouses. You know? So sometimes you think of Bhaktisiddanta Saraswati Thakur like a moon with many stars. You know, he's also like Mahaprabhu Swaparshada Suyadama, also Bhaktisiddanta Saraswati Thakur. He's coming with his parshads or with his associates. So he's very strong, because in this time the Vaishnavism was very sentimental. People were very emotional, Radha Krishna like this, but no backbone, no strength. So he came and destroying, slapping, bringing everything into strong. But also very rasik, very, very deep. I was thinking, he established Gandharvaka Giridhari. And I didn't figure out why, but I know it's deep. Gandharvaka, I know that there's this Gandharva Sampartanastakam that our Gurudev always used to chant the second verse of this Hadevi Kakuvaragadade Vivacha. You know, this is the mood of the Manjaris, this is the mood of the near and dear associates of Srimati Radhika. And this they're using the word Gandharva. Gandharva also very much is establishing Parikiya, Rasa. You would expect that there's an Acharya who's very strong, about following rules and regulations. Before, only Babaji's, everyone sitting around like this, but then he's establishing temples. Srila Rupa Goswami said, don't establish temples, but he's understanding the real meaning, establishing temples. He's giving sannyas. Before, in our sampradaya, no one taking sannyas. Mahaprabhu, Gadadhar Pandit, but then no one taking sannyas. He's giving sannyas, even though in scripture is saying, no. He's making the Gayatri mantras. He's so many things. He's architecting a strong, powerful mission forward. So you would expect a person like this to also maybe not have so much sympathy for something like Parikiya Rasa, but he's establishing Gandharvaka Giridhari. So we know that inside the real bhajan, the softness, the sweetness is there. When he's leaving, when he's departing, then also singing Shri Rupa Manjari Pada, very most, one of the, or the deepest song that we have, you know, very special relationship. So, I don't understand, but I would like to understand what is the nature of the relationship between Sri Rupa Goswami, Srila Bhaktisiddanta Saraswati Thakur. We know that that Mahaprabhu came, and then in his sampradaya were Rupa Nuga sampradaya. So you have Mahaprabhu, and then very strong, powerful Acharya is Rupa Goswami. Then after that, many beautiful Acharyas, but then making a big splash again is Srila Bhaktisiddanta Saraswati Thakur. So this makes me believe through connecting things that maybe they have some special, deep, intimate relationship. Something very nice. Very nice doesn't come near to describing it. But Also, another thing is, one of my inspirations by Bhaktisiddanta Sarasvati Thakur is his power in his preaching. Because everybody gets their relationship with Guru Vargas in different ways, and Gurudev always given me instruction to preach. So I know that this is our sampradaya, this is our mission. So I get very inspired about how he had no fear, how he was very powerful, preaching so strongly. Doesn't matter what people say. Before Babaji's, Vairagis like this, he's having a car in Navadvip. Now that says, okay, car in the West, we have a car every day. But those times, in those villages, to have a car, even the kings, even the royalty wouldn't have cars. But he had a car. You know? This was like having a private jet, you know? It's very radical for a sadhu to do this. You know, and then his preaching very, very strong, you would get the cream of the society. All his disciples were not from poor families, not like, okay, I have nowhere to go, I get some rice in the temple. No, these were all the people, how can these people leave home, become sadhus, become vairagis, and do this? You know, like our Parth Gurudev, he was Jamindar. This is like how do you say in English? I don't know. Powerful, rich, huge land, family. You know? So his power, his preaching very attractive and very powerful. We can learn so many things about how he adapted, how he did what was necessary to be able to make bhakti available. But then also, because I remember one of my godbrothers said, sometimes it's so difficult being around Vaishnavas that are completely perfect all the time. We give such a high, it's like there's no way that we can come near that. So very strong preaching, very powerful, but then at the same time, chanting, doing his 1 billion names, going deep into bhajan, doing Chandrayan Vrata. Oh my gosh, almost dying, having complete surrender and relationship with his Guru Maharaj. You know? So one thing is there, the external, one thing is there, the preaching and the mission, but then also internal. What is going on? What is inside? You know, 3 lakhs of Harinam, that's a lot to do every day. I mean, you do 1 lakh of Harinam every day for some time, you can see so much energy is there, but 2 lakhs, I've never done. 3 lakhs, and then every day, imagine, even, we know that, this one, anyway, one song by Bhaktivinoda Thakur saying that Pataya Gita to me. That Krishna, Srimati Radhika, they see our pain and our suffering in this material world, so then they're taking someone who's near and dear to them, saying, you go and help them. And we see that Srila Bhaktisiddanta Saraswati Thakur definitely must be one of these acharyas. But even if he wasn't, chanting 3 lakhs of Harinam, doing what he did, then he definitely became Siddha and pure, because not possible with everything, with his associations. So, like I started in the beginning, was we can see the glory in relationships. So we know that there's some special relationship with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, some special relationship with Rupa Goswami, in Braj. But then also, you have acharyas like Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So amazing, Bhaktivinoda Thakur. You read his books, every day we're singing his songs of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And then his disciples, anyway. So Bhaktisiddanta Saraswati Thakur is really great, he's amazing, and I pray that one day we can understand a little bit about what he came to teach. Maybe one day we'll be able to follow in his guidance, in his teaching, his footsteps, and get bhakti. So, Vanchakalpatarubhasya Kripasindhubhya Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha.
चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः वञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः Namaha Krishna Prema Paraya Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurati Se Namaha Jai Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Sri Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunath Ichay Gosai Kari Charana Bandhan Aveti Vigna Sabhishta Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Bolo Shri Guruji Maharaj Ki Jai Guru Parampara Ki Jai Ananta Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Sapas Gauri Ki Jai Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Nambasi Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Gaur Premananda all are very lucky, all are hearing Prabhupada Thakur, all glories. Mahabhagavad, yeah, God person, Guru Varga, their affairs in this world got deserted, and they are going back also, got deserted. They came in platform and giving training in Jivas, opening center. After this one, proper following this principle, rule regulations, yeah, no. Yeah, sometimes going wrong way. I'm thinking I'm good. Then there is polluted light. Like air is, this air, everybody like. Pollution, nobody like. But why then pollution? Then necessary, some process, what? Then lot of storm come, wind come, lot of, and everything, breaking, destroying, all cleaning, and fresh air, next coming. Why? There is lot of garbage, lot of bad things. That things people not try to take out and throwing out. Then demigods are arranging this program. Sometimes this world might be this training center and might be try to help Jivas, everybody is. But Jivas very strange. They make union, they make group, they make society, unity, committee, and diversity. They like to spread and destroy everything. Then need is special help, special guide and guardian. And this is like his need is big revolution. Come back sitting?
Yes, yes.
Therefore I told you, you are making time with my lost time.
Gosh, it's not my fault.
So now is God Himself, He is coming like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came within all Guru Varga Acharya, everybody is with. And they are helping these conditions and opening many private on centers. And making heart is like this nice temple. There are no any other room and place, only this. Mahaprabhu desire it is, they making place for Krishna, yeah, Krishna's Parikar. Now, long time after, Bhakti Thakur has retired, and Jagannath Babaji Maharaj, Gorkshodar Babaji Maharaj, and other sadhu, everybody is retired. This Mahaprabhu movement is like stop and off, like lot of mixture, and every telling, I am right, I am right. Right or fight? Happy saying, I am great, I am great, I am personal, I am very proper, I am controller. These two are not demons, not humble. They are not following Mahaprabhu. They are not Kirtan Vishnunis. They are not Tarabi Vaishnava. No Mani Manat, no Kirtan Vishnunis. Anybody, how will be proper Mahaprabhu followers? Only one symbol and one sign. Kirtaniya Sadahari. No Kirtaniya Sadahari, they are not Acharya, they are not Guru, they are not Sadhu, they are cheater, bogus, and making pollution, and cheating people, not crooked and hypocrite, hard and raw. They are his followers of Sukracharya. Followers of Mahaprabhu, then Amanina Manadena, Kirtaniya Sadahari. Harinam it will be taste. Param Vijate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur, following in Mahaprabhu's footsteps, and Param Vijate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam glorified only Nam Sankirtan. He is practicing like Haridas Thakur, he is teaching, he is opening center, and bringing nearby, giving training, like Sai Maharaj. God knows them, everywhere preaching. But early morning, after Mangalarati, they come with me, sitting. Are they working? But with me. Not distant to me. What doing? Practicing. What? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nothing more. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Sivanadi, Sri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. After some time, he saying, special, his followers for what? Jai Rupa Sanatana, Bhatta Raghunath, Sri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunath. Echai Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan, Jao Ke Vigna Nas, Abhishta Puran. What Vigna? No chanting Harinam, this is disturbance. This is flu. This is disease. Why not chanting? What problem? All is disease. Diagnosis after checking, this is bad disease. Everything doing. Divas, Rajani, Abol, Tabol, Pachal, Padite Baro. Tahar, Vitare, Kokono, Kanadi, Govinda, Bolitenara. Day and night talking, Prasal Paul. Hello. Day and night. Hello, Heliye, Gelam Mitoli. Atal, Vital, Taratal, Sutal, Patal, Ratal, Moital, Butal, or Taratal. Down going for hello. Come with me, hello, hell is plan going. This is hell is plan calling center. This call center. Hello. Nothing more. But no Hare Krishna. No Radhesha. No Gaurhari. No Gaurunite. And everybody telling Gaurunite, Haribol, Hare Krishna, then enemy. Hey, why you doing good? Prabhupada, Saraswati Thakur, strong, very serious, Mahaprabhu's line. No Hare Krishna, Haridas Thakur said no food. Not giving body food. Not giving mind anything. Hare Krishna chanting, then you are my friend, otherwise nothing. No water giving, no food giving. Yeah? Who is serious? Who is followers? Who is Guru? Bhugas, Guru. No chanting Harinam, how can disciples is helping? No taste, no Prabhupada line, no Mahaprabhu's line. How is Guru? Day and night speaking about rubbish, insulting. All Facebook full of within this our conception. But no Harinam. What is this matter? This is called pollution. Polluting this society. Who cleaning? Anybody following this Mahaprabhu's footstep? Prabhupada line, Bhagavad Parampara, Kirtana Sudhavari. He is only one person in this world, servant of Mahaprabhu, or Jivas helping her. He is now taking contract. Mahaprabhu telling, who taking contract? Jara dekho, tare kaho, Krishna Upadesh. Amar ajja Guru hoiya, taro ides. Hey, contract. Taking contract. Only Harinam. Nothing more. Nothing, no any advice. Practice and giving advice. Chanting. Do one, no. Do or die. Chanting, otherwise living. For the struggle process. Mahaprabhu said, no. 1 lakh enough. No. Why? Why am 1 lakh chanting? Why not 3 lakhs? Why 3 lakhs? Why? See? Oh, Radharani is Harinam I am remembering. No Krishna, no Mahaprabhu. Then I am only worshipping Gurudev. Then no God, Krishna, no Radharani. Then how? This is food. Your soul, God, Lord, they not want any other presentation, no any other offer. Only Nam Sankirtanameva. Only Harinam Sankirtanam without any other things, not taking, not smelling. Mahaprabhu said, no chanting, 1 lakh Harinam, your any bhiksha, anything is offer. I cannot accept it, God not accepting. Prabhupada, this Acharya, very special. আপনি আচরি ধর্ম শিখানো সবারে আপনি না কইলে ধর্ম শিখানো না যায় no practicing myself then how can I teach it? I am early morning Brahma Murta sleeping and laying and embracing my pillow this and that I can't say I can't do it what I am giving other person advice why follow any others where from coming this real power supreme authorities, this power, this is not my program. I am not any followers of Guru Varga. I am bogus person, I know. But that philosophy, I am hearing, then one day will be able to follow. All Vaishnava Guru Varga will be happy and giving me some place and power, and then I will be in contact with them, then also possible for following this Bhakti's life. Now, once a time, Prabhupada started going to Jagannath in Prabhupada, this is after Sarasvati Jayasri, Prabhupada, 4 chapters which is Prabhupada, like all are now try to this explaining this Siguru Darshan. Prabhupada, this is after Sarasvati Jayasri, 4 chapters which is Prabhupada, all biography. There, writing. There is writing one time Prabhupada is Jagannath Puri, Purushottam, Mott, Chatak Parvat. There, bank of Muslim, some king is came with his queen. Queen is like is crazy and mad. And her left has one doll, one baby, like this, cotton is making and is giving her. That one she is kissing and crying and weeping and running here there to uncontrolled. Doctor, any others, many persons helping, not helping. She is crazy now, pagal. Then all are telling Prabhupada such categories here. His founder and big acharya, spiritual master, bringing his near, then this ghost and witch, anything, all are will be pure and going back. Ramwe, she forget everything, she will be good. Then Prabhupada near, king is sending some message of Prabhupada with darshan for all our desire coming. My wife is like crazy in pagal. She has one son, prince, he is dead. That day too, she is complete mad and crazy. Now, please you helping us, saving our life. Then Prabhupada, all Jivasparis appearances came. Now, evening time, that many persons within Palipur, that lady is bringing. And the lady taking left this one big toy, doll, or doll doll, bill doll, cheek, face, one son, children. She taking left and crying, weeping, laughing, smiling, and giving foods like drama, big power, king. Then Prabhupada saying, okay, she's crazy, pagal, you thinking, okay, bring a lot of gold coin and giving her. Now, king say, yes. Then this medicine, yes. Bring a lot of gold coin, one bag, and putting and giving, all opening and throwing and giving. Then she is throwing this toy and doy and taking, collecting all. Say this jiva's nature is where? Prabhupada says, this lady, these gents, they embracing, kissing, any mundane things. Do you know like Krishna? Krishna's with no relation. Then how can forget this mundane attachment and attraction? Now she is tomorrow serving Gopal, Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, and chanting Harinam. Then she is forget everything, getting relationship. Eternal word, this God will teach. God is good, otherwise everything is bad. Now Prabhupada speaking, but she is collecting money. She is collecting money. All hiding. And she is running. Where running? She is studying on hotel there. But she cannot pagal and forget anything. This craziness, where? Then this king is requesting. Prabhupada say, okay, you give me now Jagannath deities. She is worshipping Jagannath. This. After some time, she is worshipping Jagannath, and after complete forget everything. And she is forget this world and husband. Everybody to relation is finished. This world, Prabhupada opening his center, Daiva Varnasya. Dibbo, Alokik, transcendental, spiritual. Not ordinary. Everybody is giving this opportunity, chance, great grace and chance. You are Krishna Das, serving Krishna. Telling, giving power, change, and at time admission. This is called Siddha Pranali. No sadhan pranali. Sadhan after, Jiva cannot million life after getting this opportunity and chance, not possible. This crossing Maya, entire in this Brajabhumi, they are giving great opportunity and chance. All are, everybody. Kiva Sudra, Kiva Nasi, Kiva Vipra, না সে শুদ্ধ কেন নয় যে কৃষ্ণ তত্ত্ববেত্তা সেই গুরু হয়। He is giving everybody this power, will power. You are Acharya, you are Guru, you will get responsibility. Chanting the Harinam and serving is Krishna, ya Mahaprabhu. After, soon you get relation. Otherwise, you are not serving, not doing archan, Pancharatri Diksha, then you chanting Harinam, then you serving your body, your mind, you then making servant and slave in Krishna and Krishna Nam. You Nam Upradi. Then, therefore, Mudrabas, Sadhu Singha, Nam Kirtan, Bhagavad Shravan, but Srimurti Shraddhaya Seva. No Srimurti Seva. Then Jiva cannot changing million life, never forgetting. Therefore, Prabhupada's opening center. What? Gandharva, Giridhari, Radha, Gaur Vinod, Pranji. His name. Gandharva Kunja. What give name? Sri Gauriya Math. No Krishna Math, no Ram Math, no Shyam Math, no Jadav Math. Gauriya Math. Meaning, this is Gauri's Kunja, Radharani's Kunja. All are came here telling Radhe Kunja. They are not changing name. Why? Why not Gauriya Math? Prabhupada waiting, Gauriya Math, secret. Only this is Radharani's ashram. They are Matanti Basanti Chhatra. So here is automatic name is Radhe Kunja. What doing? No other person's Kunja. Only Srimati Radharani's Kunja. All are not giving name. Automatic her place. No need changing. Her center. This is not our center. Not your mind, you this and that. So Prabhupada, he is opening center everywhere, see Gauriya Math. This Gauri, Srimati's lotus feet, how can took shelter? Anybody came, Sarasvati is making connection. You are going Jarasakti, Bhairanga, Maya Shakti, then you will be fail and fallen. You going Brahma Shakti, then no progress. You going Paramatma Shakti, not possible. Swarup Shakti, Aladin Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Bhava Mukti, Gauri, Charu Gurachana Gauri, Garatmutan Bambara, Vishitra Patrachamari, Charugari Sikaruchi, Padman Vijay Bakra, Sinurudha Muramatana, Chokarika, Kari, Harihari Gurachana, Kariya Damanat Kumpi, Bungura Guru Jamgama. She is all time Krishna Seva for giving all good opportunity and chance and teaching. Anybody come this Kunja? This Gauriya Math, he is opening center, Radha Kunja, Radharani center, Saraswati is near. There are only one cost, like Nadiya Godrume, Nityananda Mahajan, Patiya Senamot, Divira Karan, Sradhavana Jana, Sradhavana Jan, everybody, no, only Nadiya Godrum, Namutta is opening. Prabhupada opening this Gauriya Math. Here, what you doing? Radhanam Gane Bhai Shri Krishna Charana Pai. Krishnam Gane Bhai Radhika Charana Pai. Radhanam Gane Krishna Charana. Sankhipe Kohini Kotha, Bujao Maner Betha, Dukkhamoy, Anya Kotha Danda. You are chanting Krishnam Gane Bhai Radhika Charana Pai. Radhan is lotus feet fully available for you. Radhanam Gane Krishna Charana. So this Gauriya Math, you came, anybody came, only chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. There are no tension. Otherwise, you cannot lasting long time. Nobody kicking. Your heart burn coming, tension coming, exploding your head. and praying. Everything will be destroyed. Only Harinam chanting, and then all Radharani, this Kunja, Gaudiya will be your permanent house, back to God and back to home. This center is opening. Like anybody has desire to go American visa for American, they go embassy, they are changing. Lot of, and after they, long time after they give visa, passport. So this Gaudiya this training center, Gaudiya, inviting everybody. Gaudiya patrai ghare ghare. All Gaudiya bringing this Gaudiya and giving training. You are trained, then recommending Vimala Prasad no, Bhaktisiddanta Sarasvati no, Varsha Bhanavi Dvaita Das. His soul identity is giving. And he is Nayan Manjari. His eyes is looking, watching. Who is really followers of Srimati Radharani? Who is active? Who has now tradition on? Who is chanting? Who is live? Okay, now giving chance. Chalo, where? Krishna bolo sange chalo, ei matra vidya chai. Radha Krishna bol 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 re sabai. Radha Krishna bolo sange chalo. You walk, come with me, only chanting Radha Krishna, then is cost and value, then is fair, then is everything. No Radha Krishna bolo sange chalo. No Krishna bolo, no Krishna. You chanting, then no coming with me. Not possible. Radha Krishna bolo sange chalo, ei matra vidya chai. Radha Krishna bol 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 re sabai. Without Krishna, Radharani's name, nothing more. This is our now duty. This is not comment. This is our most important service. How can continuously chanting Hare Krishna, Radha Krishna, Gaurari, how can chanting? This practicing for this Gaudiya. They have a Prabhupada saying, I am not builder, bricks and wood, I am not carpenter. This building, constructing for I can come. I come only for building this temple. Is soul. How will be there one temple? There will be playing center for Krishna. All continuously remembering him. Like the Vasi. Cannot forget. Smartibha, Satadam Vishnu, Vismartibha, Najatuchit, Sarve Vidhi Nisetaya, Suretaiva Kinkaraha. Who are you? What identity? Mayadas? Kudas? Brahmaraksha Das? Asur Das? Mayadas? Who are? Krishna Das? And why not chanting Krishna? Why not remembering Krishna? Why Maya? Hey, nonsense. Hey, stupid. Hey, ugly. Hey, pagli. Hey, chagli. Hey, bugly. What is this? Day and night? What speaking? Hare Krishna, no changing. So this practicing for not come. Therefore, body not staying. Outside is staying. Here is my kunja. This is my kunja. This is my kutir. This is my kutir. Why? They are staying. They are saying, early morning, Hare Krishna. Nishantarila, Hare Krishna. Afternoon, Hare Krishna. Evening time, Hare Krishna. And all time, Hare Krishna. Can toilet. Oh, noisy. I like peaceful life. Where going? Palaite Patnai, Jama se piche. Where going? Jamara is going behind you, sending soldiers and army. Peaceful life? Yes, bet so. Rotten and pus and blood is dropping. How much correcting? Protein. How much exercise? How much talking? All lost. Why? Jamara is going pinching. And book is pulling and tying and binding and bringing. Why not? I chanting Hare Krishna. Prabhupada teaching this only Mahaprabhu's mission. Gaudiya mission, this Gaudiya mode, only Radharani school, not other person. Personal. Only she is helping Jivas. Only Srimati Radharani, like what Prime Minister came, then police and they are running here and there. So that gatekeeper, nobody. Radharani school, nobody came. Bhiranga Mahashakti, where from coming? How coming? How disturbing? But I'm calling, pulling, oh Maya, Maya, Chaya, please come here. I like you. Without you, cannot be to food life. Oh, this center is food center. I am now dry. Oh, I am going Hawaii. Oh, hi. Maya, Maya, Maya. This is our Kaya. But no heart is there. Heart is chanting, there is problem. Broken. Heart broken. So this is Prabhupada's mission. How understand Prabhupada? How send Guru Varga, Bhagat Parampara? Now why is fighting? What is the meaning? Everybody chanting Harinam, all are clean. Yes, but not chanting Harinam. Never. No mala. Where mala? Oh, my local. I am Mukta Purush, liberation. No need mala. Chanting my name. I am founder. Washing me. Washing my feet. Oh, my plate. Take. You take my chop, prasadam. Then you will be pure. Like eating little and killing. Baba? How am I? নিজে শ্রেষ্ঠ জানি উচ্ছিষ্ট জানে হবে অভিমান ভারত তাই শিষ্যতব থাকিয়া সর্বদা না লইব পূজাকার কৃপা কর বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর সম্বন্ধ জানিয়া ভজিতে ভজিতে অভিমান হোক আমি তো বৈষ্ণব বুদ্ধি হইলে অমানি না হব আমি প্রতিষ্ঠা সাহসী হৃদয় দোষিবে হইব নিরয়গামী তোমার কিঙ্কর আপনি জানিব গুরু অভিমান তেজি তোমার উচ্ছিষ্ট পদজল রেণু সদা নিষ্কপটে ভজি অমানি মানত হইলে কীর্তনে অধিকার দিবে তুমি তোমার চরণে নিষ্কপটে আমি কান্দিয়া রটিব নিজে শ্রেষ্ঠ জানি উচ্ছিষ্টাদি জানে হবে অভিমান ভারত তাই শিষ্যতব থাকিয়া সর্বদা না লইব পূজাকার রিমেম্বারিং প্রেইং দিস কীর্তন try to understanding why I am proud. Why I am lost everything? Why? I am not coming any Guru Vargas near Vaishnava. My brain is now divided within Maya. Therefore I never come Vaishnava near. No Bhakti is near. No Saranagati. No Guru Varga. No remembering. No offering obeisances for them. How I am sadhu? Every day you cannot offering obeisances by Guru Vargas, Guru Parampara. So what is the meaning of sadhu? Swadi, taste, enjoy. Therefore Prabhupada telling all strong, straight, right and very truthful things Jiva's God. How will be Srimati Radharani's followers? Rosdevi's followers. Come Gaudiya Math. Follow Gaudiya's rules. Where is Maya? কাম ক্রোধ কিবা করিতে পারে সাধকের যদি হয় সাধক সাধুজনার সঙ্গ what doing Maya how doing Maya nothing to do therefore this Prabhupada Sarasvati came this world after his starting new revolution new movement Mahaprabhu's after Prabhupada after this movement anybody not possible follow respecting them. Now also many places, Prabhupada, they forget, they are not remembering, they are not following the Prabhupada any program and preach. No Prabhupada Harikatha, only business Katha. Meeting every week, every Sunday, but not Sankirtan revolution, no movement, no Prabhupada, this line following for strong desire. Then our name is not Gauriya. All are Uriya, that means flying in the sky. Maya. No Bengali, no Kangali, no Bhutpret. Now is our identity yours. Therefore, will be strong. Nothing happened, then offering respect and obeisance is Guru Goswami. They are accepting, they are giving definitely opportunity and grace, giving power. Then, anybody chanting Hari now? Hari is pleased. Remembering Hari, now what is problem? Everything, anywhere, everything comes. Therefore, now soon is coming, 26 is Gurudev also disappears. Now, all are will be ready. What ready? Praying. When you accepting and taking us. Why is open like institute? Your followers, your disciples, your children. But looking, Ramchandra going, was it that? Then Saket down. Then telling anybody like, come with me. And no like, stay here. Then many people came, okay, you enter in Sarasvati. All are entered Sarasvati. And there, many million of chariot car come. And Bhima, and now Ramchandra is gone. Nityadam Sankita. So now, all are desired, going to Gurudev. Ready? No ready. Only verse. Gurudev property. This and that. But ready to go, meanings, entering this bhajan, Pujyapad. Bhakti is right. Then looking, Gurudev returns. Gurudev not distressed to us. Then Gurudev giving Harikatha, class, and help, everything. Then realization coming. Therefore, all of you be ready to go with him. Meanings, I am following. How can following your footsteps and all rule regulations? Everything for proper. Then Guru Varga, they are very kind. They are arranging everything. Now is time is not waiting for us. Tomorrow and after tomorrow, now hearing Gurudev glories. Tomorrow is 22nd. Not 23rd. And 24th, 25th. Only 2-3 days. Hearing. Then coming. Energy. Good morning.